Hey guys, my name is Wyatt, and today we're going to run a half marathon. So we're in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic right now, and I've been feeling, and I think a lot of other people are probably feeling right now, that their days are very similar, that they all kind of blend together, and I really wanted to do something to kind of break up the time, to make one day feel different than another. And so the other day I was watching some YouTube videos and I came across a video of a guy who spent 24 hours running what he called a different kind of marathon, where for every hour he would start running 1 mile, and in between did all sorts of tasks, like he built a table, baked bread, all sorts of really cool things. So I wanted to do a scaled down version, and a version that entails just things that I have within my brother's house. I'm actually not even in my own house right now, and we're only going to do a half marathon because I'm out of practice running. So I've got a list of things I want to do. This is just the starting list. We'll probably add things as we go. It's about 6:50 right now, so we've got 10 minutes till 7 o'clock when we're going to take off. I'm going to put my contacts in, do a little stretching, and we're going to hit the road. All right, so our first lap, if you will, it's about 1/10 of a mile too long, so we'll need a little bit of a revision. I think I'm gonna start with, since this is literally a marathon, or half marathon, not a sprint, we're gonna just start with some breakfast. So we've run our first mile, I ate some breakfast, stretched out a little bit more, did some dishes, now we're gonna hit our second mile. So I found a really nice place to run. It's right by the Potomac. Beautiful. One downside, however, this route, the end of it is uphill. That could prove difficult after 13 tries. So my biggest job for today is going to be cleaning up this old Weber charcoal grill. My brother had wanted a grill for his backyard. We found this one in the trash a couple days ago. We got a little compost bin. It's looking a little bit too wet, so I'm going to feed a little bit of old IKEA manual. I'm going to shred them up first. Shreds, gold, white gold. Beautiful. Good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and say we have finished. Feed the composter all the way at the bottom. We'll add wash dishes. We'll just go ahead and cross that out right away. Clean the stove. Go ahead and cross that out right away. We're just making progress, giving ourselves credit. Today's a good day. So we're gonna see what we're dealing with inside of this old Weber. Inside, clearly got a lot of old baked on crap. The grates, pretty rusty. And then down here, there's supposed to be vent holes for the ash to get out. See, there's the vents that are supposed to be open. The vents might be rusted in place. So this thing must have sat outside with the vents closed, filled up with water, rusted that out. So much so that I just broke the head right off of it. I think this is just, we're gonna need an entirely new part. We're gonna do a little bit of scraping, see if we can't get some of this harder stuff off while also being careful not to chip the enamel. Okay, I got some soapy water to start scraping, but unfortunately it's time to run again. I'm starting to understand the paradox of this exercise, because when I go to run that mile at the top of the hour, the faster I do it, the more time I have to do things. But the faster I do it, the more tired I am. So here's 1/4 of our grill scraped down. Super encouraging progress.
So we've got half of our grill scraped, and shaving my mustache put me 8 minutes behind, so we're gonna have to hurry up and get running. So just finished up mile 4. I'm gonna keep moving, gonna keep scraping this grill. Yep. This looks like it probably needs to be replaced, but with a little bit of scraping, I got some of the top layer of rust off. I didn't think a ton about the food thing. Like, I'm gonna be doing this for 13 hours. I'm going to need to eat something. Probably multiple times. Not too hungry yet. Definitely low on juice. Juice says energy, but I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go. Not a lot of precedent for, well, maybe there is. I was gonna say there's not a lot of precedent for eating during a marathon, but there's those people that do like ultra marathons, like 100, and they like sleep in the middle of it too. So I might take a nap in the middle of this and do a little bit of quick research to see what they eat. So around the corner from my brother's house is this strip of dirt. It looks pretty sad. Lots of, oh man, this is the closest I've been to it. Lots of broken glass, bricks, weeds. It's in the loading bay of this big hotel. But last year my friend and I, we grew some sunflowers. I've got some seeds and I thought we'd just drop them in here. So I'm not sure how good of a chance those sunflowers are gonna have right there. Dirt was in a little bit worse shape than I was kind of expecting. Something's better than nothing, and I think I'll come back and do a little guerrilla gardening there. But that's a little bit longer than a 5-minute activity, so it's gonna have to be for another day. And in the meantime, we're gonna go run another mile. So my first 2 miles were somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 minutes, 5 seconds. Healthy pace. Hopefully that's sustainable. But then my next 2 were closer to like 8. Slowing down considerably. Gonna see if we can't keep it closer to 8. Well, I clearly don't know my own pace because I just overcorrected by quite a bit and just ran at 7:35. So yeah, an extra 30 seconds more than I intended to, which is cool for speed, but really bad for sustainability. So my brother moved not too long ago. When the movers moved his bike, they put the pedals on kind of inside out, which takes up a lot less space width-wise. But they're like super on here. We tried when he was first moving in to get them off to no avail, and so I'm gonna try to do it now. I think I just tightened it. Oh, that really wasn't too hard. We're halfway to a functional bike now. Well, I don't know what we were doing in the summer, because that really was not very hard. We got a functioning bicycle. How about that? Planted seeds. Didn't put the bike pedals on there. If you didn't know any better, it'd seem like I'm just adding random things. All right, clearly we got a lot of other things. Let's go ahead and put up this cabinet door. The whole reason we're hanging cabinet doors right now, my brother was redoing his house. He was working with some contractors, redid pretty much the whole kitchen, got rid of some walls and stuff. But that's when kind of like the COVID thing started happening. So now we've got like kind of a partially finished kitchen. And so that's why we're hanging cabinet doors. Doors, handles, hinges. That's a regular old cabinet right there. Mile 7. Mile 7 done. My brother's smart lock ran out of batteries. Put up cabinet, door, and handles. Smart lock. And we're almost exactly halfway through. I've even got a nap on here, all the way down here. That might be ambitious. All right, this snake plant has a little pup, and it probably wants a little bit more room. So we're just gonna chop it off and drop it in a cup of water, let it grow some roots, and then plant it somewhere else. There it goes. It's even already got some roots going. And home sweet home. coming back to this guy. I'm just gonna move to the lid.
Hey Mom, hey Dad. I just finished mile 8. Love ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
FaceTime Ma, and we just successfully did that. Transplanted the small snake plant. So while in DC, I've been looking for a place to volunteer. 2 spots, one on Thursday and one on Tuesday of next week. You might want to consider donating some of your time to food banks, homeless shelters, or anything else in your area that could use help. And if you don't have time available to you right now, a small monetary donation obviously is super helpful as well. I'm choosing to donate to Miriam's Kitchen, which is providing meals to people experiencing homelessness and students who might not get the nutrition they need without consistent school lunch. If it's available to you, please think about it. So I just read up on what ultramarathoners eat during a race, and it's mostly just like beef jerky and bars and nut butters and stuff like that. So that didn't help a whole lot. I guess I'll make some peanut butter bread, an apple, I don't know. Well, it ain't glamorous, but it's quick and hopefully it'll keep me going. We're gonna do a hyperspeed collage here. If you know me, which I'm assuming you do, but if you don't, thanks for tuning in. That's really kind. I like to collage, so you sleep any longer and you need to like take yourself out of that cycle, it really messes with you. And typically your brain doesn't like to be messed with. So here's the lid, looking shiny and nice. Just wrapped mile 9. We've got collage done. I put a chapter down in 100 Years of Solitude. Felt apropos. I don't know if it's actually about solitude. I'm only finished with the first chapter. I signed up to volunteer, donated. Pretty good progress. I'm gonna keep going on the grill. We're just gonna give it a good scrub down.
Eleven, 10 hours later, feeling healthy. Still got plenty of energy. Here's my turnaround point. It's checkered like a finish line. I didn't cross it.
Halfway point, 0.5 miles to go. Time, 4 minutes, 3 seconds. Average pace, 8:06 per mile.
Not bad.
Conceding that I'm not going to finish scraping these back to their original finish in the next hour. My wrists are giving out and I'm running out of time. So I'm still gonna put everything back together. And there it is. Not perfect, but not too bad for a grill fun in the trash. Grate still needs some love, but we got a functioning grill.
This is mile 12. Still feeling good. Feel great. Feel good. I guess I would say I'm looking forward to this being over. So I'm back from mile 12. For the most part, cleaned up after all of my activities. Let's consult the list and see what's left.
So, clean the grill. Swept the backyard. We did not get to that. We're just gonna let that go. Hang shelf. Don't even know where I want to put it. That's fine. Cook. I'm so hungry, but we're not gonna have time for that. Saw did not arrive. We did not take a nap. And coffee, which I think I meant just drink it in the middle of doing a half marathon, which seemed kind of funny.
Mile 13. At this point, it's not as hard as I thought it would be. I thought I would be totally dead. I think with a proper meal, I could keep going. It was really satisfying to knock out a whole bunch of different small tasks and to finish a bunch of nagging things. This has been one of the weirder, more interesting days, I think, of my life. So to have a day be so different kind of dropped in the middle of a whole bunch of days that were forgettable was exactly what I was looking for. So there you have it. 13 hours. I started at 7 a.m. It's now 8:15. 13 miles, a whole bunch of small tasks done in between, and one day spent in a really weird way. I hope you thought it was interesting. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Goodbye.